Hey Madonna fans, welcome to the Madonna Everybody Fan Club channel. I'm your host, Miriam Ayub, and I have been running Madonna Everybody Fan Club since 1991. Here we like to talk about the latest news, collectibles, reviews, look-throughs, and memories, and we would love to have you join us. Feel free to give us a like and subscribe so you can get more great content from us. And let's get to today's topic. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Madonna Everybody Fan Club channel. Today's an exciting day because we are celebrating the 35th anniversary of Madonna's Who's That Girl movie coming out on August 7th, 1987. And I'm so excited to just share memories of this movie. I love this movie so much. Other fans will be sharing their memories, and we'll just go over the movie, all the cool details and trivia. And I got a few exclusives for you from my original scrapbook collection. So let's go back to 1987 and Who's That Girl? Earlier today, I did a little reading on Wikipedia because I've always had trouble remembering or knowing exactly when the filming of this movie started. And it turns out that once Madonna signed on to the project and enlisted her friend Jamie Foley, who had produced a couple of her music videos from True Blue, to be the director. They actually started filming in July of 1986, which is further back than I guess I remember. But I do remember seeing all the pictures on the set in Bop and 16 magazine and just being really excited about the project Madonna was working on, which at the time all the magazines were saying was called Slammer, which was the original name of the movie. And from what I was reading in Wikipedia, sometime around December of 86, there was a bit of a break because of the winter, the snow, and Madonna went ahead and started working on the soundtrack, which we all love. And was I remember reading this in one of those teen magazines. She was having trouble coming up with a song with the name Slammer. So she went ahead and renamed the movie to Who's That Girl? So that's a little bit of trivia there that I remember back from those days. But yeah, the filming was from July 1986 to March 1987, if that you were wondering about that timeline. And here's a picture on the set with our Nikki Finn. I remember reading lots of interviews around this time, and of course, the same teen magazines. And Madonna was so excited about this project because it harkened back to the old days of movies with the screwball comedy styles. And I remember her saying she really wanted to play a character that could get away with murder, but her weapon is laughter, and you end up falling in love with her. And that's definitely Nikki Finn. She just has that irresistible quality of getting into all kinds of trouble, but you just can't get mad at her. And we know Madonna played that role perfectly. Here's another picture on the set working on the movie from one of those teen magazines. Some more trivia that I was reading about from Wikipedia also was talking about her, basically how her work ethic was on the set. She was very committed to being in character pretty much all the time on the set as Nikki Finn. And if the scene called for her to be out of breath, then she would actually go do some push ups beforehand just to give the impression that she was in the movie, as well as basically her first take was her favorite take just about on every scene, which Griffin Dunn, co star, didn't always feel his first take was the best. And I can imagine that it's hard, you want to get it right the first time. So that probably was challenging because Madonna's so good at just nailing it probably on the first take, like many of her music videos through the years. But yeah, there was lots of great trivia. So check out Wikipedia if you want to read some behind the scenes about the production and everything. And here is a beautiful classic shot from the final, not final, but the glamorous scene, the Marilyn Monroe scene with the white dress when they were at the kind of sanctuary scene, um, where with all the animals. that was so much fun to watch, and she looks so beautiful in this scene. And it's another picture from my personal collection. Here's Madonna at the premiere of Who's That Girl in Times Square in New York on August 6th, 1987. She looked so glamorous and beautiful at this premiere, and was um, it was a huge event. They had to block off traffic everywhere, except on that street. There was like 10,000 fans there in the audience. She talked about the first time she came to no, sorry, from first time she came to Times Square when she first came to New York. And it's just one of those iconic moments. You could find it on YouTube if you haven't seen it in a while. It's amazing. And just to have a premiere that huge, Madonna's had some huge premieres, definitely over the years with Evita and all that, but that was definitely a big one, shutting down, shutting down New York for this premiere. And also, the movie, as we know, didn't fare very well. There were some critical reviews that were positive, but not that many people came out to see the movie, which is a shame. It's such a fun movie. I guess according to Wikipedia, the box office was about 7.3 million in total, and the first week it did about 2 million, rounding out the top 10 that week. So it didn't have the appeal. Not sure what had happened. Madonna feels that it may have been confusion with the tour and the single and everything going on at the same time. And of course, her song, Who's That Girl, went right to number one, her sixth number one consecutive. And the soundtrack was a huge success, as was the tour. So it would have been awesome if the movie would have done better at the box office. But we know that it's a fan favorite. And we're going to talk about some of our fan reviews next. Never mind what the critics think anyway. What's important is what the fans think. And so let's find out. What do the fans think of Who's That Girl? Well, first off, Madonna mega fan Ryan Dean from Colorado said that this was a special Madonna moment for him because this was his first Madonna movie. He was 6 years old and really wanted to see this movie, so he got his dad to get a copy, rent a copy from the video store, and not only did he get to watch it, but they also hooked two VCRs up together so that they could record a copy that he could watch over and over again, which he said he did every single day for years. And he says to this day, he still has every line of dialogue memorized. That's dedication. Thanks, Ryan, for sharing your story with us. And we know Nikki Finn would definitely approve. Isn't this just adorable? The cartoon Nikki Finn, we can remember from the movie, and it was actually Madonna's idea to install the cartoon into the movie as she thought it would bring a little bit of fun and life to the movie's opening credits, and suggested it to Jamie Foley, and he agreed. So the Nikki Finn cartoon character was born, and Madonna fan Rhiannon Webb from New Jersey says Madonna is awesome in this movie, and she loves Nikki Finn, and she's also celebrating this iconic movie this weekend. Thank you, Rhiannon. And what about me? What do I think of this film? Well, I have to say, I didn't get to see it when it came out in the theater. Well, I did go to Who's That Girl tour, but I wasn't able to check it out in the theater. Wish I had. My first Madonna movie was Dick Tracy, but I'll tell you what, I love this movie. I love watching. It's a guilty pleasure film. It makes me laugh. Her character, Nikki Finn, is just so iconic. All the lines in here that she says, I find myself saying all the time, as well as other lines throughout the film. I love Raoul, the whole, like the bad guys, caricatures of bad guys, Griffin Dunn's character. Everybody in here is just funny, hilarious. It's definitely slapstick, which is a favorite genre for me, and definitely some good, elements to it. Some classic 80s elements we don't see as much anymore. But when I'm feeling down, this is a movie I'll pick up. So, yes, this is definitely a favorite for mine. I give it 4 stars, in my opinion. It does what it sets out to do. So, yes, indeed, Nikki Finn, we always want to watch her in all her shenanigans. So I thought I would share some really cool exclusives with you guys. I was cleaning in my closet just the other day and grabbed a folder from my old clippings. Well, kind of scattered all over the place, but I had some 1987 in there, so I've got some articles here. This is an article I had that was when the movie came out. It was, I think, Us Weekly magazine, but I'm not absolutely sure. But yes, she was getting promoted everywhere, magazine covers and stories to get everyone ready for this movie. So here is my article to share with all of you. And this one is pretty iconic here. When I saw this, I knew I had to share it. This is an advertisement in the newspaper for the movie Who's That Girl in 1987. A pretty good sized one, too. I'm so happy I had this in my scrapbooks to share with you guys. It's just an iconic moment, just seeing this huge of an advertisement for the movie. You know that the movie wasn't around for long in the theater. In fact, it had a VHS release date in November 1987, so that wasn't too long after its release in August. So I managed to grab one in time. And I also want to just say that the soundtrack, I'd love to do a review of that in the future, but the songs are amazing. Who's That Girl, as we have been listening to, Causing the Commotion. This is the maxi cassette single, and I'll tell my story about that one of these days. I love these mixes. These are some of my favorites she's ever put out. Um, and of course, we had Look of Love, which was a beautiful ballad, and Can't Stop, and many other great songs on the album. So, yeah, it's another favorite of mine, and so I remember definitely getting this in the store when it came out, as well as all the singles. I have both cassette singles, and so happy to share this ad with you guys. I want to thank everyone for watching the video today and going back in time to August 7th, 1987 with me to celebrate Madonna Who's That Girl movie and everything tied into it, to share your memories. And I really would love to hear your memories of this movie when you saw it the first time. Did you see it in the theater? Were you able to get a VHS copy back then, or did you see it later on in the years? And what did you think of Nikki Finn? Tell us your reviews and your memories. And thanks again for coming along for this 35th anniversary. Happy anniversary to Nikki Finn. We love you. And thanks everyone. Are you looking for a great Madonna fan club to join? We have a place you need to be at Madonna Everybody Fan Club. Not only this channel, but we also have a Facebook group and a Facebook page titled Madonna Everybody Fan Club. You should definitely come check us out and join. We have contests, fan of the month, features, articles, and a great community for you to get to know and share your Madonna love with other fans. We also would love for you to comment, like, and subscribe on this video and tell us what you think. What do you like to see more of in this channel? We're here for you, and Madonna fans rock. So have a great day. Thank you.